Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to ThinkView, and this is NK. Okay, so in today's videos, I want to share with you guys what I've been daily driving on both of my laptops, how I set them up, and the app I'm using for my daily work. You guys can use this as a reference or even apply it directly to your own setup. And now, let's start with my Windows laptop first. I'm still using the ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 12, and this is my lock screen. I have set it up to only show the clocks because by default, Windows throws in a lot of stubs, which to me is unnecessary and it can look quite messy. In general, with Windows, before you really start using it, well, I highly recommend to remove all the unnecessary apps as well as turn off all the features that you might never use it. The goal here is to make Windows as lightweight and clean as possible. I will make a video to show you how to set up Windows using PowerShell, so remember to hit that subscribe button so you not miss that video, okay? Now, let's start with the desktop first, and here I think that we should change the wallpaper. I use a wallpaper that look a bit fresher. It helped me to create some inspiration, and it's also clearly separate the desktop from the lock screen that we just saw. One small downside of Windows is that you can't really pin any widgets onto the desktop directly like what you can do on the Mac, so the desktop can look a little bit plain. And to fix that, I use a software called Rainmeter and the skin that I'm using here called Mond. I've been using this skin for years now, and it's extremely lightweight and doesn't really eat up your CPU at all. So even if you're using a PC with low-end CPU or even the one with limited memories, well, this shouldn't be a problem at all. To install it, you just download Rainmeter first, then download the skin later. I will leave a link down below in the description part so you don't have to look for it. As first, the layout might look a little bit different, but you can go deeper into the setting to adjust the text position, the font, or the font size. I also lowered the opacity to around 50% and added a fade out effect, so whenever I move my mouse over the clock, it gently fades away. Down in the start menu, I keep all the apps that I use most often. For internet browser, I'm currently using Brave. It uses very little of your memories, but more importantly, it blocks apps very well. Inside Brave, I also switched the tab to the vertical layout on the left, which makes things much easier to manage, especially when I have dozens of tabs open at the same time. I also use tab group. Some topics that I do research take days or even weeks, so I group everything into one tab group to keep things organized. The next thing is Google Tasks, which I use as a daily reminders. I use it because the interface is extremely simple. You finish a task, you tick done, and that's it. I mean, for a to-do list application, well then that's all I really need. For work management, we're using Lock. This is where our team chat, assign the tasks to each other, and even store our documents. In the past, my workflow was very fragmented. Files and documents was everywhere. But Lock integrates all that we need into one simple app, so our whole team moved to it. ChatGPT is still my online chatbot that I trust the most. For note-taking on Windows, I'm using Sticky Notes and a few other chat applications. I also installed an app called Dropshell. With this app, when you select an image or a file, shaking your mouse slightly, you can drop it into a Dropshell area. You can put multiple files there and then open another app and paste them all at once. It's a very handy app on Windows. I also have Windows PowerTools. This unlocks a lot of extra Windows features, say like always on tops. You select any Windows and press Windows, Ctrl and T, and that window will stay on top of everything else with a green border around it. Even when you move other windows around, that one will always stay in the front. Another useful feature is mouse without border, which lets you use one keyboard and mouse to control two different Windows computers. There are many more features in Windows PowerTools, so you can explore and choose what fits your workflow most. In the Start menu, as you can see, I also sync with my Android phone the Oppo Find X9 Pro. To get the phone link app integrated into the Start menu like this, you will need to be on the latest Windows version, the 25H2. And that's it for Windows. Now for Macs, I'm currently using the 15-inch MacBook Air M4. And since I use multiple machines across different operating systems, you will notice that I mostly rely on third-party apps. I don't use things like Safari or Apple reminders, so whether I'm on Windows or macOS, the overall work experience stays almost the same. On the desktop of my MacBook, I also add a lot of widgets. And this is where macOS did a better job than Windows. Most macOS widgets are actually useful. You can track your device information, view your photo from your iPhone album, and macOS can even pull iPhone widgets directly onto the Mac. Meanwhile, Windows widgets are very limited, and to be honest, most of them are very unuseful. When it comes to macOS, we have to talk about background apps. And actually, macOS have some very good ones. These are third-party apps, but they feel almost like native macOS feature. For example, Notch, which lets you to interact with the notch on your MacBooks. Then there's Dropover, which works similarly to Dropshell on Windows. You can throw multiple files into it and then drag them into another folder or app. Another great app is Club, which optimizes images and videos. Whenever you download or copy images or videos, Club automatically reduces the file size without reducing quality. Sometimes, after the optimization, the downloaded file is just about 10 to 20% of the original file. That saves a lot of storage on your MacBook, especially if you're using a 256GB version. For screenshot, I usually use CleanShot X. What I really love about this is its editing tools. After taking a screenshot, I can quickly edit it and even post it directly to social media without opening Photoshop at all. And that's how I set up both of my laptops for my daily work. Do you have any tools or app that you want to share? Let me know in the comment section down below, okay? Now, thanks for watching. This is NK from ThinkView, and see you guys next time.